everyone. Welcome to another podcast episode. I'm your host, Elena Martin, and we have Shay with us, Shay the SD, which is on her thing. I like that. Super cute. Okay, so Shay, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I am Shay. I'm a licensed esthetician of 5 years. I'm located in Dothan, Alabama. It's like kind of in the country, but it's like the bigger city to the smaller countries. I also create products, and I'm also a content creator.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it's funny because like we went to Disney World. Was that last month or the second month? I don't know. We went to Disney World recently, and like we passed by over there, and I was just like, oh, okay. I was all like, that's so funny. I was like, I finally get to see this place. And it was so funny because my mom, I was telling her, like I know you were here, and I was like, this place is actually like pretty a decent size to be completely
Mhm,
honest. And then
mhm,
my mom, she cracked me up, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna tell her this. My mom was like, I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama,
mhm.
and so my mom was telling me that I think some of our family is actually from that, like Dalton. She was all like, she might be your cousin, and I was just laughing. I was like, bro, that would be hilarious if she was my
It would.
cousin.
would.
But okay, perfect. I love. So which one did you get into first? Did you get into aesthetics, like, or were you an esthetician that turned into a content creator, or were you a content creator and then you started aesthetics?
Honestly, I've always had a really good social media presence. Like, I really don't know how, but I've always had like a following and interaction. I mean, I've always been the same way I be. I just say the first thing that come to my mind. Like, now when I very first became an esthetician, I did think I had to act a certain way. So I like completely severed both of my businesses. But I found I got more success when I intertwined the two of them. So I'm already using my personality and what people know me for, but I'm basing it off my business. So that kind of helped me. But for some reason, I thought I had to act a certain way. I think because I thought I was going to work for somebody. I don't
Yeah,
know what that was about. That was a time.
that it makes a difference. But yeah, girl, I already know why you do good because I feel like personal brands are very like important right now. A lot of people don't like the olden day of like, I don't know, like, I'm not gonna say being stuck up, but just being like so professional that people can't
Hmm.
connect with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like me
yeah,
personally, I feel like people connect with me, like, they just be like, hey, I seen you online, and now I want to book a service or even do a podcast with you because they really like your personality and they really just want to be around you. So I feel like that
yeah.
makes a big difference. I'm like, me personally, I got into I always wanted to be a content creator before it was like a thing, but I
Hmm.
always thought that it had to be tied with like, kind of a business, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Hmm.
But then I was like, nowadays people, and this was like years ago or whatever, but people are starting to make content creation an actual business. So I
Yeah.
think that's like really, really cool because if when I was in high school, I'm like, I wish I would have like got started, to be completely honest
Yeah.
with you. Man,
Cause we'll be like Jackie Aina, baby, because she is
she
blessed.
she is. She's doing really, really good. And then what? She's been online for like I think what, like at least 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, a
Hmm.
long time. And so the empire that she's building, like, it just takes time. And like the things that she did, like I kind of like saw some things or whatever, like her journey. And I think it's just very impressive, like the journey that people build. And now she has her own, I think, perfume line, but that's what people
Yeah.
know her
Mhm.
for. So I just think it's so, so cool. And one thing that I've noticed that's really big with like personal brands and stuff like that is that people think, like we were talking about how people think you have to be so polished and stuff. But I think people are really enjoying the journey more so. So like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm starting to go to school for aesthetics. You get what I'm saying? So show that journey. Then hey, I'm taking it's the journey of like the whole journey. People kind of just get along with you. They're seeing it and they're like, oh, I want to be a part of her journey. So I think that's like really, really important. Do you think that being your authentic self and kind of just showing your journey more so? Because girl, I've been like, I'm a licensed esthetician too. I practice a little bit, but even before then, I remember last year you were on Pocket Suite. Remember you had did the
Yeah.
650
Yeah. Hmm.
esthetician, and I was like, oh, I know her. I was like, I know her. So I just thought that was so cool. But do you think that showing like the your journey has also brought you business, if that makes sense?
Yes, I feel like that alone makes me feel more relatable because I feel like a lot of business owners right now, they only show like I got this, I got all the good stuff. They don't show the back end. They don't show the journey of how they got there. You're just seeing what they got going on. So I feel like me being able to show my authentic self, it makes people wanna, it draws people to me a little bit more.
Yeah, I understand that. I definitely feel you on that. Cause I feel like also like a lot of like you said, it goes back to what you said where like I feel like a lot of people once they get there, that's when they want to tell you how to get there. But it's like
Yeah, yeah, not why not why you getting there too.
yeah,
Yeah.
because then I feel like you're not. I'm not gonna say you're unrelatable once you're already there, but it's like in my mind, I'm like, well, dang, like you already at this point, like I'm all the way at A, you all the way at Z or whatever. So
Yeah.
I think it's important to have people who actually show you the journey. And I feel like that's the new wave of like content. It's not necessarily, hey, I'm already here. Let me show you how I got here. It's like, hey, I'm at A, but watch me get to Z or whatever. Not
Yeah.
even Z because that's kind of like the end. It's always something that's continuing, but you get the point. Like, I think that's the new wave of content for real. All right. So let's talk. Okay. So you just move locations for your spa. Can you tell me about like what services do you provide? Where's your new location and how people can like book with you?
Okay, so I actually just posted like an hour ago. We actually got the suite right next door to us too.
Oh,
Um, so we're gonna booth rent. Like I just posted it like an hour ago. We're gonna booth rent those out starting August the 1st. But as of right now, um, I'm an esthetician. My business partner, she's an esthetician. Now she does lashes. I don't do lashes, but I do eyebrow tinting. My specialty is Brazilian waxing. I do facials. I've been trying to get back into that because that's actually when I first became an esthetician. Like for the first 6 months, all I did was facials. I didn't even do waxing. So I'm trying to get that love back again. And then we have a nail tech in there, and then starting in August, we'll also have 2 hairstylists, and then the private room. We have a few people inquiring to be in there. We don't have a first set like what's going to be in there, but of course it's going to be beauty related. Um, and then
okay.
as far as booking, my booking link is like literally on all my profiles, like every single profile that I have, my even my personal one. But you can Google Shay Aesthetics, ShayeStetics. I be forgetting how to spell it sometimes.
Right. And
Or
don't
Shay,
worry,
or
I'll have all your links down
yeah,
below, so don't stress,
yeah,
girl.
that right there. Where she put
Yeah.
it at, it's
Yeah,
right
just
there.
we gonna have all the links so that you can follow her online and also book your service. And also, if you're looking to rent from her, then that's the opportunity right there. So yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. So when you said that, like, okay, so I went to school for estate, and oh my gosh, my school was so heavy on facials and not necessarily waxing. So I felt like I really love facials, but I do wax them because I do love it, if that makes, or I like it more so. But I really love facials, like the skin to skin. It's just like I don't know. It's something about facials. I feel like later on, if I relaunch like in person services and stuff like that, I think definitely I might focus more on facials. But I also have you thought about because it was really big here, but I don't know if it's like big there. But have you thought about adding like lash lift? What is it, lash lift and tint? Because girl, at one point people was really really loving it.
Well, I thought about it. My business partner, she literally just got some lash lift and tint. Cause she claims I have curly eyelashes when she do my lashes. So she said she want to bring that back. But we both were saying like we haven't did that since we were in school. Like that was 5 years ago. It's like it's crazy because like even when we learned brow tinting and lash tinting, like I was in school about 5 6 years ago. We was like, yeah, who's gonna get this? Like who gonna book this? But like fast forward to now, like that's what people want. So I'm like, oh okay.
It's a
But
good
yeah, no,
service.
we literally was talking about that today. People actually want that. So
It's a good service because when I was doing it like a year or so ago, and like that's a good $100 service right there. Like I'm like I know somebody who was like kind of undercharging themselves, and I was like, girl, that's like $100 service. Like you need to
yeah,
bump
because
that up.
it's gonna last a little bit longer than lashes itself anyway, because you're doing it on your actual lashes.
It's just one of those services like I like it, I enjoyed it, but it's such a small area that like I
Yeah.
feel like I get very like, oh my gosh, like because combing them
Yes.
lashes up, girl, I was like, bro, get on. All right. So I definitely feel like that'll be a good service to add eventually. So if y'all are interested in lash lip or tint or even the current services that she offers, definitely follow her social media. She's very active on what you're active on. How many social media are you on? You're on TikTok and Facebook. I know.
Yes, I mean I'm on Instagram, but I feel like an auntie. They just change it so much. I'm trying to learn how to use it, honey. That's my worst social media.
They have. I'm like, I can't keep up with it. One reason why I got off of Instagram was because it was like too aesthetic. But then once reels and stuff came, it became like less aesthetic. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't, girl. I'm like, I be trying. I might get back on there. But you guys, so tell me a little bit about the process of your content creation for your business. Are you a solopreneur? Tell me a little bit more.
So as far as like my anything outside of my skincare is mainly me. Sometimes my skincare is me, but I've been trying to get. I got a social media manager with my skincare, and I got a little bit lazy, so I've been getting the reins back from her just so I can like I don't want to just. I mean, I like to be hands on with my business, and I had got a little hands off. And when I was in control of my content, as far as my skincare, like I was seeing better results. But as far as just my other content, honestly, like truly, I swear, it just be the first thing that pop in my head, and then I try to relate it to my business, or like if I see a recurring sound, I'm like, how can I use these for my business? Like I might not make the video right then and there, but I'll save the sound or something because I'm like, okay, the sound it hasn't went completely viral yet, so it's gonna go over the next couple of days, and over the next couple of days, I'm gonna try to figure out how I'm relate this to my business. I did start also like once a week I write down a to-do list, but I also do one specifically for content, and I don't have like I basically would say it's like a rough draft. Like I have an idea of what type of videos I want to do for the week or what I need to post, and then from there I'll go into the planning stages. I basically just do like rough ideas, and so that kind of helps me.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with that. I'm one of those people where sometimes I feel like if I'm too structured, it loses my creativity. So I
Yes,
try not to be like, you have to, you know what I mean? I want to do
yes,
what
mhm,
feels good. It's kind of like a creative and like an artist because this is our art. You get what I'm saying?
mhm,
So I don't want to like dull it down by like rules and like regulations or
yeah.
whatever we're trying to say. But yeah, so I like that you're very strategic with your content. Oh, I do have a question. So now that you said about trending sounds and stuff like that, how did the whole TikTok music UG what is it UMG ban like? Did it affect you at all?
No, not really, because I don't be dancing on there, honey. I can't dance worth nothing. So I was just mainly using like sounds like it, talking sounds, like little
Okay.
funny stuff. I never really used music like that for real. But even if I did, I would just go based off of their guidelines. That I can't say that didn't really affect me because I always do voiceovers and stuff like so. I
And
usually
that's
if I
really,
sound
really
it's
good.
usually like a scenario type of thing. So
Yeah, and that's really, really good. I did cut you off towards the end. I think I didn't hear you. But I think that's really, really a good thing to do is more voiceovers because a
hmm
lot of these companies, I feel like even with Facebook, they've been losing their music license.
yeah.
Yeah, and then girl, I had like a bunch of I used to post on Facebook like heavy. I've been on Facebook for like over 10 years, girl. And then like I just kept getting hit with copyright strikes and then like you wind up losing your monetization, but it's like it's not my fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
like this music is accessible to us. Like it's literally on here. Like I don't understand.
yeah, so I'm like I just started doing more voiceovers or if I do use music, I use like Epidemic Sound, which if you want the link is down below, y'all. Okay. Affiliate marketing. Hey. Okay, but let's talk a little bit more about brand deals and collaborations because I've been seeing that you've been doing some brand deals, some collaborations. Like we talked about how you did like a partnership with Pocket Suite, which the link is down below if y'all want to book with them. Not book, but if y'all want to sign up with them. I've been liking Pocket Suite. I've been with them for like I think like 3 years. They're pretty good. But you did a collaboration with them that helped promote you and also like help other estheticians. So can you tell me a little bit more about your brand deals and collaborations? Did you reach out to them? Like when did you first start getting brand deals? Did you reach out to them or did you wait until you built your community and your following and then they start reaching out to you?
I think I was thinking like 13 or 14,000 on TikTok, and my first collaboration was with Fur. And that let me know like, oh, okay, so people are actually paying attention to what I'm doing. And then from there on, I got something. We signed up for like the regular Amazon affiliate, but they requested us to be like an actual beauty influencer, so you get a little bit more paid perks. So once I started seeing that, it was. I'm not gonna lie, it was cool, but when you once you, I don't want to be like the stuff they were sending me. I don't want that to just be. I don't want to be niched down. Like I don't want to keep making videos about that. So I do have to be very like I try to be very strategic when I get it. Um, Good Molecule. I partner with Good Molecules. I get PR from Murad, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, getting paid is cool, but like when it's actually PR that I actually want, I'm like, oh, okay, this kind of cool. Like people are paying all this money for this, and they sending it to me for free. Like that's crazy. Um, my biggest one so far has been Honey Pot. And they got me my money ASAP. I
Right?
like them.
I
They
like
don't
that.
play. Yeah, they don't play no games. And then I did one with Fermo, with the glasses. Um, my 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 manager, she has like a template that she would reach out to like email companies. Me personally, I do feel like until you reach a certain stature, like even though I have 50,000 plus followers on TikTok, I feel like you should accept like some free collabs, just so you can show brands like your influence and just to build your reputability so you can build your portfolio. Like I work with this brand, this brand, this brand, this brand, because it don't matter if they paid you or not. If they gifted it to you, you work for them. So yeah, that's good to have on your thing. And then she also has like affiliate marketing sites, like you were saying, like affiliate marketing, or like sites for content creators where they'll say, hey, this brand is looking for a content creator to do this. This is unpaid or it's paid. And then of course, when TikTok Shop came about, all the people in TikTok Shop, I get so many requests a day. Now that is pretty easy, especially. But with TikTok Shop, me personally, I only accept the ones that I actually like. Like if it's stuff for the house, like I had some pot. I was like, I really need some more pens and some more pots, and I was like, well, let me do this thing on TikTok Shop and post a video about it. All you gotta do is post a video, or like I needed a mirror for my shop. And I was like, well, let me get this mirror, and I just gotta make this video on TikTok Shop. It's like little stuff like that. Like it's cool to me.
And that all adds up. I feel like that's very important because, like, I feel like just us as people, we already use certain brands or use
Hmm.
things. So, like, it's not like you say always about the money.
Hmm.
Or if they can also do, like you said, like TikTok Shop, where they're sending you the items and then you still promote it and still get money through like affiliate marketing or something like that. I think that's still a great benefit. It's not always about the money. And I do like that you said that you're very particular with the brands that you like, use and show because some people they'll just kind of like use a brand because they're paying them. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then that doesn't build trust with their audience and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it's very important to pick the right brands for your audience and that fits you. And so even with like the pots and stuff, like I do cooking content, it's good to like know people behind the scenes of like not always work.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I find that stuff very, very important. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we talked about that. Okay. So let's talk about that. You are a mom of two, you're a wife, entrepreneur, like you're building your beauty empire. Like, how do you balance all of that?
Honey, I just try to for a while.
That face you made, you was like, I don't know.
I don't know. I really some days I really don't know. I really feel like when you are an entrepreneur, you definitely have to really love this. Like if that's what you're gonna be all the way head in, like you gotta be all the way in. Like you cannot be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And you also have to have a very, very supportive partner because it's gonna be times where like it's times my man he wants me to tell me, but I'm like, I'm sorry, babe, but I gotta get this done. Like if I don't get it done, I ain't gonna get no money. Like I'm the reason I get paid. So if you and I just honestly feel like when you love what you do, it sometimes you can get burned out. But I did adjust when I once I started getting burnt out, and I was like dreading making products or dreading going to work. I was like, okay, I'm working a little too much. I need to get some structure. So I started giving myself breaks and taking off, and I found that love again. Honestly, it really is hard. I'm not gonna say I got it down paid. Like some days I spend too much time doing work. Some days I spend too much time doing nothing, hanging out. It's like when you're an entrepreneur, like you really like. Even while I'm sitting here chilling, I'm sitting here thinking about work, or I'm doing something on my phone about work, or like if I'm not working right now, I'm not getting no money. What I'm gonna do? Because I got like it's just a lot. I'm glad I got my peace of mind. You definitely have to work on your anxiety. Definitely have stress relievers outside of work. definitely have a life outside of work. Like it's more than like the money does get addicting, especially when you get like booked and busy or well known. Like it do get addicting, but it has to come to a point where you have to think about your mental health, your physical. Like you have to really think about all of that. I can say definitely since I started working out and eating healthier, and like making like me and my husband make it to where like we have lunch dates. Like I take like a 2 hour lunch. We have lunch dates so we can spend that time. You do have to spend that time, but as long as you got a supportive partner, I think you would be good. Like, and I
Yeah.
have a supportive family. I have a very supportive family too. I really do.
Yeah, I don't love that. I feel like I'm the same way because I'm also married, husband, and also a child, and of course, an entrepreneur. And I feel like it does make a difference, girl. Like, cause man, I be thinking like, man, if this is a lot and I am married, like, I
Yeah.
can't imagine really being like a single like parent trying to like balance all this. Definitely with
Yeah.
how expensive things are and stuff like that. So I'm just like I said, I'm very grateful that like my mom taught me to like look for a great partner and stuff like that. And me and
Mhm.
my husband, we didn't been knowing each other since like 2011, so we've been knowing each other for a long time. But I absolutely love having a family and stuff like that, even though they be getting on my nerves. I tie them together. I'm like, both y'all getting on my nerves. My husband be like, I didn't even do nothing. And I'm like, so what? Y'all are
Yeah.
both together.
Yeah.
So they be cracking me up. But I definitely feel like having a partner and also, like you said, having that family that's supportive. Like my mom is very supportive. She watches, when girl, I'm all about self care and mental health. So sometimes like Friday, girl, I was like on Fridays, I'd be like, peace. Where's the camera? I'd be like, peace to them. And I just have my own day because I'm always constantly with them. So that's kind of my day to like actually do business and
Mhm.
actually to like spend time with myself or do whatever I want to do. Because I also do like food influencing and stuff. So that's like my thing. But you got to have that balance because I feel like, girl, if I didn't have that one day, I don't know. Oh, is that one of your kids?
Yes. Okay, baby.
Mine's he up in there probably sleep. I don't know what he doing, but I'm like, I told him I was like, Mommy's gonna be on a podcast. I was all like, okay,
He's
but
almost
he looks so adorable, girl. I almost
talking
didn't see
to.
him until you was like looking, and I was like, what you looking at?
He's
You
almost
might be like, what you
talking
doing in
to.
here?
Yeah. For real.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your Well, we talked a little bit about your future plans already, but I guess like what are your overall goals with building your empire? Like I know that you just said that you're gonna be you just got the business next door or the suites next door and that you're doing that. Like can you talk a little bit more about like just your business in general, like your content creation, your skincare, like what's the future and stuff like that?
As far as like my actual career, honestly, I really love doing services, so I don't see myself stopping. It probably will decrease over time. Like it's going to be like on some VIP type time. Like you get
Mm-hmm.
in, if you get in, if you don't, you don't. My end all is teaching. Like I really love teaching. Like I love classes. I love like I plan to go near the end of the year to go get my instructor license because I went before, but I quit because like that's a story for another day. I quit. They had me teaching the girls while I was in instructor school, but that school was so raggedy. So I quit. 'Cause I'm like, I can't have my name attached to this. So I said I'm gonna go back to another school, get my instructor license, just to have like a fallback because unfortunately we don't know what's gonna happen in the world. So I need at least I can go to a school and teach or
Yeah,
just have that
girl.
skills and like I said, just teach classes. Like I'm getting back into teaching my Brazilian wax classes. Honestly, how I feel like even if the girls live locally or closer to me, like I can't wax everybody. I can't do everybody. So why not extend that olive branch out? Um, I definitely fingers crossed. I would love to have my own school
I was
down.
gonna ask you that. So
Yeah,
I'm glad you mentioned
even
that.
even if it's on the smaller end, even if it has to grow, I definitely would love something like that because I really truly do love teaching. Like I love being able to help somebody get to their best self. As far as my skincare, I do want that to be my bread and butter over the next couple of years. Like I want, because right now, I when I first had like before I got with my manager, I had horrible money management. Like I just did horrible. So from then on, once I started working with her, I don't touch my skincare money. Like I very rarely touch it. Like I just keep putting it back into the business. So I want it to be. I actually wanted to me to get the money and pay me, and I'm also gonna have my inventory and But the only thing with that, I just have to put more time into it because with me doing services, my time is split. I definitely want to purchase more suites down the line and be a landlord as well. Like, but the thing, even with us with being landlords, like now, like we always have said that we don't want to chop nobody's dome off. I'm so country, but we don't want to. We ain't trying to charge them an arm and a leg for them to get up in there. But we want to make sure we straight. But we not trying to charge an arm and a leg because a lot of these businesses in these suites they just charging astronomical fees. I'm like, this is not good for someone who just trying to start off or build up their books or something like that. So I don't know. I just want to be well rounded. I definitely been thinking about also going to cosmetic chemistry school in the future.
Those
I
are
haven't really looked. I haven't
products.
yeah, I haven't looked in super in depth into it, but that is on my game card. And then RE in school just so I can do like Botox. That's on my game card too. But I've been on the fence about that for the past couple of months. But that's pretty much my future.
Okay, and I'm liking this, girl. I'm loving it. This is a lot. Like, I absolutely love everything that you said. It makes a lot of sense. Like when I
Mhm,
was like really into aesthetics, I still love aesthetics if that makes sense.
mhm,
But I think the way that I love it, like, girl. Okay, so when I first did aesthetics, I did skincare first, and then I started doing skincare. Or that sounded weird. I started doing skincare products first, and then I became an esthetician. And then
mhm,
I was like, okay, well, the American dream is to get like, a brick and mortar. I was doing all those things. But I
mhm,
really love being online. So like I said, I think once I relaunch, either I might just take certain people or like be more so like a esthetician, like influencer, because I
mhm,
love being online and like traveling and just different things like this. And like I say, even highlighting other people and what they're doing, I find this work very interesting to
mhm,
actually talk to people that I follow online, and then I'm like, I see you. I see you doing your thing. And like, I don't know if everybody else sees you doing your thing, but I want to highlight you and let you
mhm.
know, let other people know, hey, they doing their thing. So like,
Yeah,
pay attention to them. So I have been starting to get into like more of the marketing and like PR side. And I have been really feeling more fulfilled because, like I said, I get to talk to wonderful people like you and other small business owners and creatives. And it's just been so fulfilling to me. And it's just so nice. Like I absolutely love it. Okay, so the last thing that I want to talk about is, let me see. Should I? I don't know. I don't know if I want to. Okay, so can you tell us, because you went through a little like trouble, and I want to know if this is what also made you get your own suites. I remember, like, I don't know when it was, but you had rented from another facility and there were some issues. Is that why you were kind of like starting to build your own empire, because you were done wrong, and so you want to have the opportunity to give people a better opportunity? You know what I'm saying? Or
yeah.
options.
No, so when I very first became an esthetician, I booth rented. That was a horrible experience, but then itself, like, it just wasn't professional. But because I was just trying to start off, I was just like, I'm just trying to get somewhere. Soon as I left from there, I worked at my cousin's back room because I had already had people on my books. And when because I abruptly left the suite I was working at because it was just so much. And so then from there on, I formed a partnership with a hairstylist, and we actually had our own shop for like 3 years. And then when I got pregnant, we were just like, we only planned to be in business for like a year. But when I got pregnant, I'm like, I'm not trying to have no whole much overhead bills. Like, I'm just trying to chill out. Like, I know I'm not gonna be working as much. So we were just like, okay, well, we'll just go our separate ways. And so that's where I found that suite that I was at, and it was temporary from the jump. Like, the lady knew it was temporary. Like, I was just like, this is just me getting back on my feet after having my baby and taking off time. Like, I'm just trying to cut down on my overhead expenses. Um, when I partnered up with my business partner that I have now, she had been like, even right before she moved to the suite prior to the one we have now, she had been trying to get me in there with her. But at the time, she wasn't taking aesthetics as seriously as I thought that she should. So I didn't partner with her. But then when I thought that she was, I was like, okay, cool, I'll get with her. And then somehow it just bloomed into this whole big old partnership. Now, I do feel in the aesthetics community, I mean, I know it's like this, everybody always say, like, my city be hating or all that, like that. But I do feel like in my city in particular, no, like, once somebody like gets like OG status or like even people, because I've been doing it for 5 years, they might look at me like a vet. I feel like when people get to that level, they forget about when they was at the level with the girls that was just starting. And like a lot of up and coming institutions, like, I'm so surprised that you're giving me this information or that you're talking to me, because people don't be wanting to share. And I'm like, when I first became an esthetician, I literally just had to figure everything out. Like, I don't know, I was just literally winging it. And if I can help somebody not wing it so much, then I would love to be that person.
Yeah.
But I honestly just like teaching people. Like, I like people feeling like they can come to me for advice and mentor them, especially the brown girls. Because when I first started, it wasn't a lot of brown girls doing this. So the fact that it's so many that it is now, like, I'm doing whatever I can so we can collab, so I can get you to the next level. Because I already got my clients. I really don't care. Like, they already know me.
Yeah. And I do have a question since okay, so I went to what was it called? Where did I go this year? Oh, it was called the Skin Games, girl. I was like, where did I go? Have you ever thought about going to the Skin Games? Do you know what that is?
I only saw it because you were posting it, but I literally didn't know what that was.
Girl, I understand. I think you would do a good job, or not do a good job, but I think that would be like really, really cool for you to go. It's pretty cool. Like, you meet other estheticians and beauty
Mhm.
professionals and just vibe out. And like the first year I went, I was kind of like, people be weird. So I was like, I don't know what the vibe is gonna be like, But girl, I would just be talking to people, and I'm like, hey, you want to go get something to eat? And we would go get something to eat, and I'm like, dang, I really just went out with this stranger, like. But we
Yeah.
would just be vibing out, and so it was really great. But yeah, they have like waxing competitions, they have facial, they have lash lift and tint, they have PMU, they have they just added massage, girl. They added like a bunch of stuff. It's crazy. And I think for waxing, you get like, I think like if you win, you get like $5,000 or something like that. And for facials or skincare, more so, you get $10,000 in esthetician of the year, and for waxing is waxer of the year. But I think it would be really great to definitely like put your name out there more. And I feel like they're like a really good like company where they're like close knit and they actually answer your questions. Because once people, like you said, kind of get too big, they kind of like don't answer your questions, and you're like,
Mhm.
what's going on? But I think they're really, really cool, and I just enjoyed it also because, like I said, I'm a foodie traveler, so it was like able to go out there, enjoy myself, eat, also do a skincare competition. But I definitely feel like that might be something that you might want to do. I was a finalist for for corrective skincare. What was it? Corrective. I can't remember now, but I was a finalist for like three of them, girl. I was so nervous, like, because you have to do like an interview, and so I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what they're gonna ask me and stuff. So I was really, really nervous. But for waxing, you don't have to like do all that. They have like all different kind of awards, so it's like really, really cool. Just like I say, to network with people in your industry. There's people who are teachers there, and then like some who started out as technicians or doing the work, and then once they do it for at least like 2 years or something like that, maybe win or something, they actually become judges. So the only reason why I told you that is because obviously you're an esthetician. And then also I feel like, since you want to eventually be a teacher and stuff like that, that would be like, something really, really cool. If that's something that you want to do, obviously. You don't
Yeah,
have to do it, but it's a
yeah,
cool experience.
you caught my ears with the waxing competition. I like stuff like that.
Yeah, girl, I was at the table with the waxer of the year this year or whatever, and it was just so nice. Like, she was just so happy. I mean, of course, I would be too. So she was like so happy just to see that. I think this was her like third year entering, and she finally won. But yeah, it was really a nice experience. So I really enjoyed myself. I think they're gonna be in Atlanta again, so it's not too far away. Also, so that's why I wanted to tell you. But yeah, so I think that's mostly all I wanted to discuss. Is there anything that you want to like bring up or like tell people, highlight, just making sure I'm not leaving nothing out?
No, I think we touched all the points.
All right, perfect. So if you are interested in following Shay online or booking with her, or all the things that we talked about, getting booth rent, or even taking her class, the links will be down below. Definitely follow her on TikTok and also Facebook. She's very active on there. So be prepared to laugh because she be cracking me up. So yeah, and then also if you're looking for a sponsorship for your business, definitely email me and let's keep in contact. But thank you so much, Shay, for coming on
Yes,
the
ma'am. Thank
podcast. You were a hard one to lock down, girl. So thank you so much. I was like,
you.
oh my gosh, I was like, I got to do this interview today. I was like, she ready? I was like, let me just set up real quick. So I'm grateful that we got to get this done because I was like, it's gonna be a fun interview. So I was like, I really want to do it, but I was all like, let's
Yeah.
do it. So I'm very, very happy that we got this done. So like I say, definitely follow her online and book with your girl because she needs some
Thank
coins. We all
Yes, I
need
got
those,
kids. I got 2 kids. Thank you.
right?
Thank you.
These two kids are dependent on y'all.
Yeah. Thank you so
But
much for having me. Thank you. Thank you.
oh, definitely. But thank you so much, and definitely check out the latest episodes and keep updated with us. But yeah, we'll see you soon.